Hey, all happy Monday. This is an enormous day and a very exciting day for me personally and for the family here. We are going to kick off our 2024 Riley's Children's Hospital Charity Drive with what I have to deem, Trenton, as the biggest bourbon slash whiskey raffle I've ever seen. Now, I don't know if that's accurate or not, but we have over 100 bottles easily that have been donated by our Patreon group. The folks on Patreon have came through in spades, bro, and have donated many bottles, and you'll see a lot of them are just stalwarts.
We couldn't fit them all up on here.
No.
We apologize. We were trying to figure out what we were going to do for about an hour.
Right. I have no idea how to even do this video. We're going to try to do it justice to let you folks know what we have here in the raffle. But Trenton, before we do, take a moment and try to explain to the folks how easy it is to be involved in the raffle.
Well, do you want to go into like what the why we're doing this raffle first? Because I do have to figure out, we have a little bit more of an audacious goal than last year.
Oh boy.
And I want to make sure that I have it pulled up so I can accurately relay that information.
For all the folks here that might be new to SLB Drinks, SLB Basement Bourbon Bar, for a few years now, this will be our third year, right, Trenton? This will be our third year. We do it every October, charity drive for Riley's Children's Hospital in honor of our late grandson, Michael. Michael was born with plenty of challenges. He is the son of my oldest son, Kyle, and at that time, his girlfriend, Bree. Michael came into this world with an enormous amount of challenges. He wasn't even really expected to live past birth. The folks at Riley's Children's Hospital were just incredible in his existence here on this earth. I can't speak highly enough of the doctors, the nurses, everybody that was involved in that institution through Michael's lifetime. For a child that wasn't supposed to live past birth, Michael made it 8 years before he passed away, unfortunately, here. I'm sorry. Always difficult. Always difficult to talk about. And I apologize for that, but each year we do this, it doesn't get easier to talk about, so I'm sorry. But seeing the outpouring of love on this bar top and all the bottles donated through our Patreon group, these folks are my family. That's what they are. They're my family. So that's the reason why we do this every year. I asked my son Kyle several years ago when we first got this started. Ronald McDonald House was very, very good to Kyle and Bree too, as Michael was going through all of these. He was at Riley's Children's Hospital time and time again. They were very instrumental as well. But when I discussed it with Kyle, I told him we want to do a charity event, a big charity event, each and every year, and we want it to be in honor of Michael. What would you like to do? Would you like to have it for Ronald McDonald House or Riley's Children's Hospital? And Kyle chose Riley's Children's Hospital. So we're going to stick with that each and every year as long as we have the opportunity to have this channel and do what we do and have the platform that we have. The very first year, how much money did we raise, Trenton?
$18,000 was the first year.
$18,000. Last year we raised over $200,000. I think it was close to $210,000.
$203,937, I think.
What an amazing! It's just that was really, really a tough week for me and my wife. Every time we look at it, it was so exciting, but yet very emotional. all you folks out there that get involved with this. I thank whoever it was, and I don't know who it was, who sent me a pretty lengthy email, because the first year we did a lot of it was auctions.
Yep.
And they said a lot of people, you know, there are some people who can afford a few $1,000s for a bottle of bourbon or whiskey and mark it down as a charity expense and be good with that, but a lot of folks cannot. I urge you people, or your guys, to try a raffle system, because most everybody can afford one $5 ticket, and they can feel a part of this great movement here for Riley's Children's Hospital. And we did that, and it was just an just an amazing response that we had for that. If you can, share this on your own social media platforms. Try to get it as going as much as you can. This is going to be one stellar raffle. That's all I can say. All right, buddy. I apologize. It takes it every year. It's going to be the same for me. So I can promise you that. It's just what it's going to be.
And there's a lot that is going to be, not a lot, but there's going to be a couple things that are very different this year. So if you plan on participating, if you want to learn on how you can donate to the cause and get yourself a few raffle tickets, please make sure you perk your ears up a lot for this part of the video. Last year, in 2022, we raised $18,000. I don't remember if we had a goal that year, or if it was just like, we're going to try and raise as much as we can.
Probably.
The following year is when we took that gentleman's or lady or gentleman's advice from the email and said, hey, we're gonna ditch the auction part, and we still had an auction part just for different things. A trip down here, we had a couple different things, a trip to Mom's Lake House, a couple other things, but the majority, like 95% of the funds, came from the raffle ticket sales. And again, last year it was $5 for one raffle ticket. You can buy one raffle ticket. You can buy 1 million raffle tickets. We'd prefer if you bought 1 million, because it's gone to a good cause.
It is.
Excuse me. But the goal in 2023 was 40,000, and that was like 2 point some X our previous year's goal. We blew past that in a couple hours and ended at, I think it was like $203,900 some dollars, which is 5 times the original goal, which was, we all thought it was like a typo or like the system had messed up or something, because it was past 40. It was past the goal in the first couple hours, which was insane. So we had asked our Patreon community, we had asked a couple other folks like what we should do this year for the goal and everything, and it kind of made a little bit of sense to go above and beyond, since everybody else helped last year to just blow expectations out of the water. So for our third annual, our goal, again, we raised $203,900 some dollars last year. This was all set by me. I don't even know if I tossed it by you guys, but it's going to make sense.
I'm waiting. You have time.
It's a big number, but just stay with me. The goal for this year is $278,063. Wow. The reason for that is if we hit that goal throughout the past 3 years, 2 Rileys, our community has helped raise over $500,000 for the children at Riley's Children's Hospital, which is, it's an incredible number. It's a very high number. It's a big goal. But if there's anything I learned when we set a goal, boy, you guys just say, screw your goal. We're gonna go above and beyond. So usually we try and set goals that are a little bit, less. I don't want to say egregious, but a little bit more attainable. But I think this one is a great goal. I think it's a little bit above 40%. 35% of what our goal was last year, or what we raised last year. And we have 2 times the bottles. Right. And boy, these bottles are ridiculous. So stay tuned for how you can learn about the bottles. We're going to go over some here shortly. But this is also Riley Children's Hospital's 100th anniversary. It was founded in 1924. So we thought, what better way to honor their 100th year anniversary than to try and hit $500,000 raised for the kids over 100 years and help propel them to a 200-year anniversary and all the good that they do for the kids. So big goal. So we're gonna get into the how and the where and everything else. This year is, like we said, absolutely incredible.
Yep. More information to come on future videos too. We don't quite have our auction items in place yet, so that'll be coming in a future in a future video. But after today's video, will the people be able to have a source or a link to go to the raffle site to be able to purchase raffle tickets?
So there are two sites that you can keep in mind. The first of which is charity.slbdrinks.com. That's where you can see some images and some history of the checks that we've been fortunate enough to present at Riley Children's Hospital in Indianapolis. And then there will also be a link in the description for the ticket raffle website. You can go in, you can sign up. It's $5 a raffle ticket. We will be closing the raffle tickets. They start tomorrow at 7 a.m. when the video comes out, and it will end on Friday at 8:15 Central Time, 9:15 Eastern Time, and whatever other time zones there are. But since we're Central Time, we're going to operate on the Central Time zone. Okay. So raffle ticket sales and, oh yeah, it is at 8:15 Central. Yeah. I'm getting confused because...
There you go. Here it comes.
Usually, we are down here. In the basement, and we have a couple folks over, and we have a really good time down here. Anybody that really wants to come in the immediate family, we say, hey, come on down.
Right.
Like Bob Barker. But a little bit different this year, where we have teamed up with the folks at Westward in order to hopefully help raise more awareness for Riley's, and we will be filming the live stream at Westward in Portland, Oregon on next Friday at 8 o'clock Central Time or 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I think. I don't operate in that time zone.
Are you telling me that we might be done early with the live stream, being out there at Westward?
We have a very hard stop, so the live stream will be 2 hours, and then we have to cut, and we're at their facility in Portland, Oregon, and we have a lot of the itinerary is ridiculous. So we will be live at Westward in Portland, Oregon. Wow. I guess they're going to be cooking up a blind for us.
Yeah.
The raffle will be going on at the same time, and we will be closing the raffle tickets again at 8:15 Central Time next Friday, October 25th. So after that, the only thing that's going to be left is the auction, and the auction is going to include a couple different items. We still have to kind of get that in order, so that'll start next Monday.
Right.
Is when we'll do that.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get started. We're going to review just a few bottles.
Sorry. Thank you very much to Westward for offering to have us out there to
That's
do this.
where I was going to start.
Oh, okay. Sorry, go ahead.
That's where we're going to start because I want to try to get to as many bottles as we can. We still have 40 or 50 over there on the table. We got as much as we can up here, but we'll do the best we can to tell you what we have. Is there any kind of access the folks will have to a list of bottles that are actually going to be in the auction or in the raffle?
So if you go to charity.slbdrinks.com, it'll tell you where we're at with our goal. It'll also give you a full list of every single bottle that was donated and who it was donated by.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So it'll be, instead of first name, last name, like we tend to do out here on this channel on accident, it'll be first name, last initial.
Yeah.
And you can see every single bottle that will be donated. Gosh. And we will be going through all of those or as many as we can in the live stream on Friday. But it'll be an automated system I'm working on so that I can help speed things along. And we'll be doing a pretty special blind with the folks from Westward that have been curated by the folks at Westward.
I am excited about that. Yeah. I am super excited about that. We'll start there, Trenton. The wonderful folks at Westward, not only are they allowing us to be at their facility, to have this live stream, to try to do what they can to promote our charity for Riley's Children's Hospital, they also donated a bottle of their milestone release 2024, the one Trenton and I Googled and goggled about in the video. Spectacular $250 bottle. Thank you to the folks at Westward. All these other bottles were donated by our patrons. And we have over 100, Trenton, and I don't know. I'm just going to start kind of where I can.
That's that. It's not even on the screen.
Wild Turkey Unforgotten right here. I've got a old 55, 100% corn whiskey here. That is not a cheap bottle whatsoever. We've got these little, what are these things? The 117 series from Old Forester. We've got that stuff going on. We have multiple bottles of Weller 12. One of them, is it this one? This one is a store pick. I personally have never seen
I haven't either.
A store pick of Weller 12. Multiple bottles. Elmer T. Lee. We have the Balcones, Catalea. which undoubtedly will land in the top 5 whiskeys of 2024. Some very unique stuff here too, Trent. Short barrel. This is actually a store pick of rye whiskey from Short Barrel. A lot of store picks in what we have too. Japanese whiskey, Hibiki Harmony, that's a $100 bottle. Weller 12. We have several store picks.
Antique.
I'm sorry, Weller Antique. We have several store picks of this as well. Multiple bottles of Weller Antique 107, multiple bottles of E.H. Taylor Small Batch. Bookers, you know the Booker's stuff, dude. I don't know. The little books, the Bookers, we have multiples. We have Elijah Craig barrel proofs, Larceny barrel proofs, multiples. Lots of different Buffalo Trace stuff here. Eagle Rare. We even have a kosher bottle here too as well. Multiples of Blanton's.
We have a Blanton's Gold. We have a Blanton's Black Japanese export. We got a 1792 12-year, a Blood Oath 10, Old Forester 1924. We got some stuff from Old Elk. We got stuff from Bardstown Wild Turkey. We have the Ben Holiday Bourbon Lore. I think this is a red wheat 6-year. We have some Hard Truth. We have 5 or 6 different bottles of Old Forester, whether it be single barrel proof or 100 proof. Woodford Reserve batch proof. I'm looking at 50 other bottles over there. We got a Midwinter Nights Dram, Act 10 Scene 2. We have a Buckner's 17-year. This is about
big time
$400
bottle, guys.
This is the Blanton's Black here. And then we have a couple other folks. We got an old Rip 10 that's going to be in the live stream. We got a Michter's 10 Rye. We got a Master's Keep Voyage. We got a Heaven Hill 20. And we got a Pappy 15, all from our good friend Carlos, who's just last year. Oh, we also have a George T. Stagg. How could I forget that from our good friends in Arizona? Some of these bottles we're going to be receiving here in the next week. We don't have them here with us for this particular video, but Pappy 15. Evan Williams 12 here.
Honey, you had your hand.
There's some cool decanters over here.
I forgot all about it. Thank you, honey, for even mentioning that.
John Wayne one.
We have a couple of really old Dusties over there, guys. A John Wayne. I've never even. Have you seen it?
Cool.
It's in the original box. Trent will get it for you. We got an old decanter bottle there, Christmas decanter bottle. Isn't that a Jim Beam?
That's a Jim Beam Christmas decanter.
Christmas decanter, Jim Beam, that was given to us for the purposes of Riley's Children's Hospital charity.
John Wayne, Mike Wayne Distilling, Bardstown. This is like a 1970 or 1980s bottle.
It's just incredibly raffled off. I've got over there, guys, all three Redwood Empire cask strength. We're going to raffle those off as a set. So we're going to raffle that off as a set. What else am I seeing over there?
We have 3 Stag Juniors.
A lot of Stag Juniors. I'll tell you this, too. We have the Pursuit United Double Oak. I've tasted it. I had somebody graciously send me a sample. Fabulous.
Very good.
Really good. That's in itself this year's release for those guys at Pursuit. Spectacular bottle. That was donated to us for this purpose that we're trying to raise money for Riley's. It just goes on and on. I'm looking at all kinds of blends over there. Old Foresters. We got a lot of Old Forester single barrels. We got some with the higher proof, some with the 100 proof level on the single barrels. Look at this one here, Trent.
Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend?
Yeah, I just saw it right here. There's just all kinds of things we can't even get into because, the video would be 1 hour long if we got it all of it. So
make sure you check out we got a Caribou Crossing. Check out the website, charity.slbdrinks.com. We will continue to add to it because I think we still have some other folks that are dropping things off to us that we don't even know what they have yet. So this is going to be an ever-evolving list. Right now, I think we have 103 bottles that I can remember off the top of my head, with more on the way. All of which are going to be raffled off for the Riley Children's Hospital auction or the raffle event next Friday. Again, 8 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we will be at Westwood.
What's the date?
This is October 25th.
Okay, October 25th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Please make sure you check out the description. There will be as much information as we can give and as much information as we think you might need to know about how to enter. Again, raffle tickets are $5. You can order one. You can order a million. You don't have to be subscribed. You can send this to your friends, family. You can send it to your grandma.
You don't have to also be present during the live stream to win your bottle. That was a question I got most last year.
That's a good
messaging.
Yep.
You do not have to be on the live stream to win the bottle. You just have to have your raffle ticket in place.
Yes.
That's all you have to have.
It's been a lot of information this
It
video.
It is. And I apologize earnestly for not covering everything that we have, but it's just an impossibility right now.
For our Patreon group, since they have been so kind in donating a very good majority of these bottles,
Yep.
we will be doing a Riley's. This is an 8-year Rossville MGP pick that we got to do with MGP earlier this year. I've heard that they don't do this very often, but we were fortunate enough to be able to do that with them. This will be for sale on our Patreon, so if you want to join Patreon for your chance at this 8-year MGP, it's going to be
incredible whiskey.
It's going to be $100, but $37 of each bottle that is for sale. We don't make a dime off of it. Nobody else makes a dime off of it. Will be $37 of each bottle will be going to Riley's for this charity. So not only do we have all these, not only do we have the auction items, we also have a full barrel of this stuff, and I think Westward is tossing in some other things as well. So with all this in mind, please make sure check out the description. We're going to be mentioning this in every video for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
I'm overwhelmed, guys. Honestly, I'm overwhelmed. Every time this comes around, I look forward to it, but yet again, I know it's a gut wrencher for me and the family, and especially for Kyle. But I can't thank you enough.
is there anything that we missed, Mom, that you can think of?
There's a Widow Jane over here.
Widow Jane's like there's a ton of stuff here, guys. It's just unreal.
Yeah. All right, guys. I love you all. I can't thank you enough. Do us a favor if you can and share this on your social media platforms. Hey, it's $5. You could win a Pappy 15. It's that simple.
Yeah, that's true. And you help out a great cause.
And you help out a great cause. And I will finish by this. And you have my word. If I had a Bible up here, I'd put my hand on it. 100% of every dime received during this charity drive will go to Riley's Children's Hospital. I promise you that. SLB will not make a dime. Nobody's making money on this whatsoever. Everything goes to Riley's Children's Hospital. For their great work they do there, and it also will be in honor of our boy Michael. So, thank you all. We appreciate you. We love you, man. We love you. We really do. So, as always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time, right down here with Trent and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.
Check that description.